Hello Aries, hi, this is Marcia with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate and empower you guys. Hi! I'm feeling an energy boost from you, which is awesome. Thank you so much for this. This is amazing. Hi, if you're new, a warm welcome to you. Welcome to the tribe. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for returning. Thank you for being here, my friends. All right, Aries, what I was getting for you in the written channeling and beforehand is do what's uncomfortable because it's going to make you feel better. I'm going to give you an example here. And for example, before I give the example, another example, which is, for example, when you need to check your finances, sometimes that can be uncomfortable, and when you get like your financial plan together, that can be uncomfortable, and when you check in between, that can be uncomfortable too, but it is necessary and it'll make you feel better. Like when you're done with it, then you know where you're at and what you're working with, that sort of a thing. That's what's meant here, I want to say. Or when you're really not feeling well, like take a day or two if you can, just in bed if you can, if that's possible for you, or just quit your routines, I want to say. Just relax, come back into your strength, and then go from there. And then you will regain your strength here, Aries, to for example, get up and clean the house, clean your apartment, whatever it is for you. That's really important. But this could only be for a small portion of you, but it was a message regardless. I was also getting throat chakra action here for you. We're now going to have a look into your current situation, the higher view over your situation, and what you can do to help yourself, my dear Aries. Messages from Spirit. No. Yes. Oh, I love this Page of Wands. No. Yes. Okay, both Aries, yes. So we have with the Page of Wands, that's a spontaneous kind of a card with the Page of Wands. It's a learner's card. It could be speaking about children or your inner child. I'm seeing you. Didn't we have this recently? We did have this card out. I'm just trying to remember when we had it and who it was for. I can't remember, sorry. So this is a very playful kind of a card. Enjoying being in the moment, Aquarius. It was Aquarius. Here we go. There it was. Which sign was that? Playing, feeling great about things. And then we have here the Nine of Wands, and it's interesting because I feel this is speaking about your spiritual path. This is maybe talking about a younger version of yourself here, Aries, where you were a lot more carefree, and now that you're on your spiritual path. By the way, this channel is very much about encouraging, elevating, and empowering you on your personal and spiritual growth journey. Should have probably clarified that in the beginning, but this is important, right? Because it's you may have become a lot more defensive, a lot less tolerant towards other people, towards people that try to control you in any sort of a way, people that have narcissistic tendencies. And that's what I'm seeing here for you, how you may have built up a little bit of a wall. And this is not a bad thing at all, I want to say, because this is part of your journey. Absolutely. Oh, wow. Give me a minute. I feel like I need to say this right now before I continue here, because do you know how it's not embroidery, but if it's when you have wood and then you carve something out and you put like a stone or a seashell in, that's the kind of pattern they were giving me with this here right now. I don't know if you can see it. It has this in here. So embroidery for wood, but it's not embroidery. I don't know what the word is for this. For some of you, this is relevant. Either you've bought something like that, for example, a little treasure chest or something that has those things. I'm also getting chessboards often have this, or guitars have this too. Like when it's a better one, I want to say, they have this to make it prettier, to make it look prettier, but it's a form of art because it has to be very specific. And this is where they're leading me around, because sometimes you're getting these messages and you're just like, okay, you kind of have to decipher what is this about exactly. And now they're taking me around to this one here, to you, where it requires quite a bit of work and skill to get to where you have come, to be your own beacon of light, to no longer give a SHIT about what other people are thinking of you, or they're no longer influencing you. For example, if there's a bit of a quarrel that's going on, or if there's, you know, you think one thing about a situation or a person and there's 10 others that think differently, you'd still be like, this is my opinion, I have formed this opinion and I have good reason for it because I'm feeling that way. I'm not running with the herd. You're not running with the rest of the flock, or flying with the rest of the flock, running with the herd. You're not doing this. Matter of fact, you have become it's not herder, like the person that is guiding the sheep, that is guiding the herd, because I feel like you've built that fence because that's what people that guide the herd do. They protect the herd by fencing it, and that's interesting, but you're outside the fence. You're outside the fence. And this is an interesting experience too, because human behavior, we need it to survive, so we flock together, and group forming is really important to the human mind. However, like on the spiritual journey, you'd find yourself alone a lot sometimes, or throughout a certain period of time, when you don't have people around you that actually give you that sense of security, or that sense of you're right about this and that, when you have to really stand in your own values and form your values. And I feel you have done that very successfully here. Now that gave you a very different edge than where you were coming from. Like, it's no longer that kind of a carefree kind of a living, because you're so aware. That's what I feel for you right now. There's definitely a chance that you'll go back to this, but I feel you more in the 9 of Wands kind of energies here, Aries, where you're just aware. This is what happens during awakenings. We're being made aware of things that are uncomfortable, either in society, the stuff that's going on around the world, but ultimately we're coming back to ourselves here. You came back to yourself, and you're now finding yourself in a position where it's just like you're observing, I feel, what's going on around you. How are people reacting towards you? I'm feeling a little bit of a retreating kind of a sense here. What else, please, for Aries? But stand strong in your values. I want to encourage you here very much, Aries. You're doing great, because, you know, you can't, like, in my opinion, it's very dangerous to run with the herd without thinking for yourself, because then you're all those lemmings that jump off of the same cliff without even one person saying, hey, wait a minute, is this really what I want to do? Is this really in alignment with my values? And I feel this is very much where you come in, Aries. Kudos to you. This is not easy to do. I really appreciate you for it, I want to say. I love people that think for themselves, that are able to, you know, inform themselves and then make an informed decision. And also feeling, you know, I'm feeling differently and this is why. Or sometimes we can't even really explain it, but we just have this inner knowing. You just have this inner knowing. Please stick with it. You're absolutely right. This one, no. This one, yeah. Exactly. 7 of Swords. This is, I feel, the wolf that wants to come in and, you know, take the sheep, eat the sheep. It's an interesting situation. It's definitely a card of betrayal. You may even know this person, but I feel you're very aware of what's going on. And again, you've built your fence. You've built your fence also to protect those. You may have... It's so interesting because I'm getting such strong pandemic vibes here, I have to say. I'd love to elaborate over on Patreon about this, and I will. This is so funny. I'm getting, like, throughout what's happened throughout the past 3 years, 2 years, this is what I feel here. There's something or someone creeping up. You've become really aware of certain workings within the world, even more so than you were before. but also weary. Like I'm getting weary, and this is a good thing because you can already feel it. There's something or someone that's coming or that's already there, and you're aware of it though. You're very aware. It's like the wolves in sheep's clothing, and Aries is saying, you can't fool me. You're not fooling me. And you must have dealt like with narcissists before or with some form of deceit, I want to say. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to spot it, because I very much feel you worked through that, Aries, and now you can see it. Now you can see it so clearly. You can smell it from 10 miles away. When someone comes along that tries to play those games, not with you, Aries. Absolutely not with you. They chose the wrong person. They can play their games elsewhere, not within your territory here, I feel, which is amazing, excellent, and, you know, compliments to you. And it doesn't matter if anyone else sees them coming, because you do. You very much do, and you know who they are. Exactly. Good on you, good on you. They'll see in time, or not. That's really irrelevant, because you have your life to live and they have their life to live too. This one, no, oh sorry, okay. I was too soon here with the cards. What do we have for Aries, please? Thank you. This one, yeah. Oh my God, yes. Remember I was saying we had throat chakra action going on? We have expression here for you. So express how you feel, clearly, lovingly, and honestly, without fear or judgment. Say it exactly like it is. Speak from the heart, I want to say here, Aries, because I feel there's a need to in a certain situation. There really is. Someone may have really done you wrong here in terms of what they're speaking about you. What really helps me in these types of situations is when I'm reminding myself that God knows, Spirit knows. That might help you too. It can be, you know, in these situations when you exactly know that something isn't what another person says it is, that can sometimes really help, I feel. So all will be resolved when you express to others how you truly feel. Trust in the power of life to guide you, Aries, and heal all concerned. Self-expression is liberating and healing. Exactly, exactly. Speak your mind, my love. Do speak your mind here. I feel people will listen this time, because you may have, for this could be rather specific. Some of you have grown up in an environment where you weren't believed, or where another person was always believed over you, and where the story you were telling was true, but it sounded so unbelievable that almost no one believed you. And this is very much in narcissistic dynamics, because they do stuff that is just so out of this world and it just doesn't make any sense, and will often let you appear like the crazy person unless you're articulate about it, unless you know how to say what, right? But this can be tough because of the crazy making techniques that narcissists use, especially if you're just fresh out of a situation or still within it. It's very hard to describe, right? And because we're already worked up about a situation, it's even harder to describe because it's so emotional. When we step away further, that's when we, I feel, get kind of to the stage where it does make sense to us and we start to, you know, be able to articulate it. You're in a different stage now, I feel, where you are very much able to articulate that sort of behavior. Please do, Aries, okay? Please articulate yourself here. Set the record straight, I want to say. Okay, if you feel this resonates with you. We're going to take it over to Patreon, where you'll find the rest of this message. I'm very curious what wants to come out here. I feel there's a whole story that is yet to be told about the Seven of Swords here, but we'll see what wants to come out. It's 11/11 a month, and you can cancel at any time. There's a bunch of readings over there, like hundreds and hundreds. and you can during that month explore all of those readings if you want to. All right, if you would like to book a private reading with me or a higher guidance coaching call, you may do this at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. There's more information in the description box, but I'll also post it in the comments section. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you so much for being here, for watching, for being part of this beautiful tribe. And I hope this was helpful to you, my dear Aries. And I'll either see you next time or over on Patreon. Bye bye, much love.